Hello guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Just got a little bit busy with work and different things, moved into a new house. So I decided what I'd do is just show you my little office that I've made in the smallest bedroom of my new house. This is as far as my camera will zoom out, but you can see I've put up quite a few shelves there just to kind of hold everything. I have my models on one side. We have a big bunch of electronics. That's all the parts for the controllers and the different little PCBs that I got made. The PCBs are in there as well. I'm in the process of moving some of the stuff over, so I've still got it in boxes there. And just we haven't got all the house together yet, so some of my shelves are just being used for general storage at the minute. I have most of my models here. My little Subaru there, that was one of the last things I did. And a couple of things that need to be done. The Fendt 936, I need to update that. That little Ford 7810, never actually got around to making that, it's very small. The TW35, it needs finishing as well. Here's a couple of other projects I have. The Scania, don't know why that stopped working there. I thought it was something wrong with the code, but I could never figure it out, so maybe it's the wiring. There's a lot of wires in that Scania, and any one of them could be causing the fault, I suppose. This little man truck, I still never got around to doing that either. I have a lot of projects that I want to get around to doing. See the little boards there? Maybe you can't see it in the dark. It's all the PCBs. Well, a bunch of ones that maybe prototypes and stuff, and all our components. Here's something that I'm doing at the minute. While I took the break, a few things came for review. This is one thing. It's a little quadcopter. You'll see that probably the weekend there. It's a pretty cool little quadcopter. I have another little board to do from IC Station. It's a little LED board for like diagnostics and that kind of thing. Here's my kind of just little drawer unit of all my components that I had at the other house. I just kind of moved it in and built my shelving around it. And on my shelves from IKEA, just their strongest little shelf thing. I didn't want to bolt the shelves to the wall because my walls are all plasterboard, so there's nothing really to hold this kind of weight. So instead I just mounted it all on my, kind of built a desk and mounted it all on it. I have my drawer units and just put my different little tools in. Still moving everything in, like I say, so it's not all together yet, but that's the start. See my pile of recycling and stuff as I'm unpacking things. I made my desk out of the cheapest white kind of desktop from IKEA. It wasn't just because it was the cheapest, it was because I thought the white would make the things I'm looking at kind of contrast better. So, it's probably not great because I don't have lights, but before I had the wood, and maybe this will I can get the camera to focus, maybe this will just look a little bit better. Maybe that's a bad example. Probably with electronics it might be a bit better, but again I don't have the lights set up, so a little bit to do. Also, I put in these shelves here so I can put on my power supplies and oscilloscopes and stuff there. Before I didn't have any kind of shelving at all, so I had to move everything around every time I wanted to use it. I have all my cables here nice and handy, so I can just plug in the cables, bring them down to where I'm working here. This kind of area was where I was going to film stuff, so I have my camera mounted here, and I can just stick the camera down on the mount. And I had this little board. I was going to put a motor in it to make it spin around, just to show the models when I'm first kind of using them. I've yet to set up my tools and that. This thing in the other house, I had nothing to stick it to because it's like a rubber thing, and you just kind of pull it down like that. So in the other house, it never stuck to anything, but it sticks really well to these tables. So that little bench voice is pretty useful now. I have all my other projects still stuck in whatever boxes I had in the house at the time when I wanted to move them over. So I have a bunch of PCBs in there. That's the little two-wheel car thing there that we wanted to move over. Something else in that, not sure. Lots of different things. I still have to move everything out. On the other side of the room I have this bigger shelving unit that I just wanted to store my books and stuff on. But one thing that I really wanted to get right was have my 3D printer beside my computer. So I have the shelf here with the holes in it. I'm thinking I might bolt it into it, maybe put it on some rubber mounts and try and make it a little bit quiet. And then with this unit that I picked, it's the same construction as the other bench that I made over there, but I took this rail. It's supposed to be a coat hanger rail, but I can just lift it up and stick on the different printer filament reels that I have there. That's the cheapest hairspray you can get, just to spray on the heat bed, you know, to make it stick and that. The manual from that other thing. We still have our curtain poles to put up, so I haven't done that yet. Then I just wanted my normal printer in underneath my 3D printer as well. I was trying to make it as kind of practical as I could, like put the 3D printer beside it, the reels above it, and underneath I was going to put my normal printer down there. So that's kind of the plan there. There's the old reel holder thing that don't really use anymore, or well, I won't once I get going. And I have my very basic little desk, old speaker system that I use. It used to be for docking an iPod when I had one. See, I'm watching the EV blog there. He's a good guy for any electronic tips, and this is just the way I set up my mismatch of old computer screens. My computer, even, it looks pretty old. That's because the case is from like 98 or something, but inside the computer is only like a year old. I used it when I made it when I was doing my PhD. I kind of used some parts from old computers, but most of it's new power supply, new motherboard. It's pretty powerful. I mean, the computer I used to use in the lab was nowhere near as powerful as that for carrying out the electromagnetic simulations, but I don't use it for that anymore. I just use it for the video editing, and it's pretty perfect for that. See, I have quite a collection of little models here now. They're not all converted to RC yet, but maybe someday we'll get them all done. You never know. It's kind of hard to find time now, but we'll do our best to keep it going. I know I missed a few weeks there, but I'll try and from now on keep the video every Thursday again. I had nowhere really to work for a couple of weeks there, you know, and I was busy with some actual proper work and some coursework as well, so I didn't have time to do the videos either. But now I have my workbench set up, it should be a little bit easier. I want to get working on my PCBs, find out what parts I have. I have parts to do some more of the controllers, but there's a bunch of stuff I need to order to really get it sorted out, and also the PCBs for the little vehicles. I really need to put those together and maybe sell them on eBay or something like that. I have the flasher unit ones done, so I need to set up an eBay page and do all of that stuff. So that's all I wanted to say, really, just give you a little insight into my new kind of setup here. From next week on we should be back to the normal videos, so I hope you'll continue to watch the channel. Hit the like button if you like the ideas, and let me know of any suggestions. I really need to figure out which models I can work on next, because I don't have the parts to do everything. In fact, while I was working on the house here, I kind of went through all the easy projects, which is another reason why the last few videos or the last few weeks I didn't manage to get a video out. But I'm gonna take a look at the different models now and see if I can, you know, figure out what I can get doing while I'm waiting for the parts to come, because they usually take a couple of weeks to come. So if you liked the video, make sure and hit the like button, and if you have any comments and suggestions, let me know below the video. And that's everything, so I'll see you in the next video.